The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try.
Hi, welcome to my show. It's called Patty's Page, and my name is Patty Hunter. Hello. Anyways, Happy New Year. Happy New Year's year 2015. Gasp. Anyways, to my left is Cheryl Friar. Hello, Cheryl Friar.
Hi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and hello, John Dickmeyer.
Hello, Patty.
John Dickmeyer and Cheryl Friar are both my guests, and John Dickmeyer is also my co-host. How about them apples?
Good apples.
Mm-hmm.
Good apples.
There's nothing rotten here. Mm-mm.
No.
That's true.
I love your opening. Your opening is wonderful.
Oh, I thought so. Anyways, I got some questions.
Oh, we have all kinds of questions,
yes, we got
Cheryl.
some questions, yes. Cheryl,
Yes.
we're going to zone in on you right now.
Wonderful.
So, you are executive director or the founder? Which one?
I'm the founder of the Premier Women's Network.
Premier Women's Network. Tell us about that. When did it start? When did it come into existence?
Premier Women's Network started in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 7 years. We'll celebrate 7 years in March.
Oh, my.
We expanded to Indianapolis,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went to South Bend,
Right.
and we just kept expanding.
Oh,
And very excited. This year, we are going to expand in the South Florida area.
oh yeah. What's there? I mean, how big a branch? Is it a branch, you might say?
They're chapters.
Chapters, okay.
Chapters. They're for women in business, professional women in business. We have a group down in South Florida, over by Palm Beach Gardens,
Right.
and we meet
Oh,
there
really nice.
the last Tuesday of the month.
Right.
And I plan on going down to Florida this year, 2015,
Right.
to expand more groups. And
So you're moving there?
yes, I'm
Oh,
really
my.
excited
Oh, we're
about
gonna
it.
miss you, girl.
I'm going to miss everyone else as well.
I've known you for how long? A couple of years?
A long time,
Oh,
3 or 4
yeah,
years.
Anyways, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that.
I know.
Okay, John, what's up?
Well,
What's up?
we've known Cheryl for a long time, too. And it's interesting because the group started as a small group in Fort Wayne, like a lot of groups have, and just has taken off. Probably the most successful overall networking group in the country at this point.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
It's worth it, you know.
And I think the reason why is it's a gentle group. It's a good group for women just to come in and get to know each other and then share. And that's it. And you know, when a situation's non-threatening and wonderful, they just keep coming back, don't they?
They flock to you.
Exactly.
So, how many people were there? Well, you had you on my show last year,
I
didn't you?
did.
How many people did originally be a part of your networking when you first started?
Well, when I first started, it was actually called the Southwest Women's Networking. But I'm going to go back just a little bit.
Okay.
Back into when I first started
Back in
networking.
time.
Back in time. When I first started working, networking, and got into the networking world. I call it the networking world. I had two mentors that really changed the way I look at networking and how I do business. And one of them was Bob Norris and Randall Brubaker. And they were mentors of mine, and I learned so much from them that they actually changed the way I do business and changed the way I do networking.
I miss them.
I do miss them, and they're up there networking up in heaven, aren't they?
I mean, they,
We lost both of them last year.
Exactly.
yeah, it's tough.
I think it's interesting to look at what their contributions were. Certainly my good friend Bob taught us all how to speak and how to give a wonderful presentation. And then Randall just
He was a character.
told,
Oh, my goodness.
I'm amazed. Please, Cheryl,
Yeah. Just
how
talk
do you
about
see Randall's?
Randall had so much energy, and he was just full of energy, and he loved to help people. He would go above and beyond to help somebody as a networker. And he'd always say, how can I help you? Help me, help you. And you would want to go to networking because he was just
bubbly.
He was bubbly and happy and
Yeah.
just the life of the networking party, I guess you could say.
He was like a glue behind
And
it.
he was very well connected, and
Yes.
he knew what he was doing.
Right.
And I, kudos to both of them, Randall Brubaker and Bob Norris.
Bob Norris, we miss them. May they rest in peace. Who's going to be taking over your place then when you leave here?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to be leaving sometime in March of 2015, and I got 3 directors:
Oh, yeah.
Randy Ginder, Don Daniels, and Cindy Byer. And I'm also going to add an event coordinator, and that is going to be Judy Blankenship. They're going to take over my Fort Wayne group in March.
So that they're going to be still out in the same place. Where are you?
We're located at the Village of Coventry Tavern, Hall's Tavern, and we always meet on the first Tuesday of the month. And
What time?
We meet at from 4 to 6.
In
can-
the evening.
Yeah.
Of course, not in the morning. Sorry. Anyways, 4 to 6. And what do you talk about? Basically.
Well, my whole passion and my mission in life is to help women in business, and I truly believe in building relationships first,
Yeah,
and then sharing your business.
that's true. Get to know each
Yeah.
other. That's true.
And how that usually works is if Sally was in the group and she sold jewelry, once you build that friendship in the networking world, you're more likely to buy or trade with Sally than you would go to Macy's or, to another department store. You kind of become a networking family.
Yeah, you
see?
do.
And it's very caring, and then the support is there, and that's what it's all about. And we have a lot of networking groups here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, that make a difference in everyone's lives, this is a very strong foundation of networking. Don't you think so, John?
Networking, does that remind you of therapy in certain ways?
Well, as therapy, I don't know. What do you think? I'll give that question to John. What do you think about that, John?
Helping each other out like a
I
family.
don't believe it's
business-wise.
therapy.
Oh, you don't.
It's relationship building.
Yes.
And it's family building.
Yes.
And I do believe that when we rely on each other for the help we need in our lives,
Yes.
that makes a difference.
Yes.
So many of us today are isolated from each other, and we want to do it all ourselves.
Which is not right, because we are meant to be, as a community, this human race, not just be a lone island. So
You have said it
right
the
on.
way it needs to be said.
Yes.
We need to be a community. That's how it's meant to be. And when you don't have that, when you have isolation, then you have other problems that exist. And we don't want to go into those.
Yeah.
But Cheryl mentions this. Yes, we rely on each other, and we not only rely on each other for business, but when we have problems in our lives, these are the people that we go to.
Like counseling, in a way, like family counseling.
And that brings up my other good friend that passed last year, Jack Young, who was probably the best counselor in the whole country. I used to say he was the best counselor in the state of Indiana, but he was a wonderful counselor, had good ears.
He was full of so much wisdom, and he had so much patience, and it was just amazing. I would go to him many times ask for advice, and he always had a smile on his face, and he was always there to help you, and it was just, he was a wonderful person. He really was.
How long have you known him? Did you know him?
No, I knew him probably as long as you, about 5 years.
Oh, at least
5 years.
And so a lot of these people are replaced in your life as you continue to network.
Yeah.
You know, after we've lost them, but every person is unique, and so you're constantly discovering new folks, and that's the other great thing about networking. You know,
make new friends.
Yeah.
Help each other out financially or whatever, work-wise too.
There's an old French saying, and translated, it's make good friends but keep the old.
Yes, right.
The one is silver and the other is gold.
Interesting.
You know, it is.
I'd never heard that before.
And it's good.
I have friends back from 1950s. That far back. Oh.
1950s.
1950s. Well, I won't tell you how old I am. Maybe.
No, we're not going
Keep
to
you
get
guessing.
into age here. Let's quickly go to another subject.
But you already have everything planned out, and do you know when they'll be taking over? You're going to be putting them underneath your wing?
Yes. Well, Randy Ginder has been with the Premier Women's Network since it started, since 7 years, and so and she's a leader. She's a leader, a wonderful leader.
A lot of it.
And she'll pick up. They'll all pick up very, very quickly, and it's just, I'm just so excited for them, as well as getting out there, because I'm ready. I'm ready to go to Florida. I'm ready to expand.
Wow.
I have just full of excitement about going, because I know that this is my destiny. This is my journey, that God has put me on this journey, and I believe it ends in Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go anywhere else. But yeah, will you still be traveling?
Oh yeah, I always travel. I'll come back, once or twice a year. Once or twice a year to check up on things.
Yeah.
But with the social media that we have today in the world, you can connect so much quicker and so much faster with, conference calling and just different things that we couldn't do just 10 years ago.
Do you put on events of sorts?
I do.
Aha.
I do. I put
Let's
on
talk about
many
that.
events. Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I've been putting on events for over 10 years.
Yeah.
I like to do fun things. I like to put on vendor events. I put on an event called the Chocolate Blues and Business Networking Festival, and it was in Indianapolis. I love to do wine tasting.
Of course.
And mix and mingles. I like to do fun things.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask, when you're in Florida, were you, what are your duties there? Do you have people already in your group?
Yeah, well, we have a group in the Palm Beach Gardens area, and they meet the last Tuesday of the month at the PGA Spa and Resort.
This will be,
And so what I'll do is
PGA.
I will go down there to connect with Jessica. Jessica is my director.
Right.
And I'll help her in anything that she might need help with.
Yeah.
And then I will go into the Melbourne area
Right.
and start prospecting and going to networking groups.
Get in contact.
And then through social media,
Right.
I can move very quickly. I have a lot of contacts through social media.
Well, so do I.
And-
Was this Facebook?
Yeah, the Facebook really makes
Oh, really?
Facebook has made
my.
a difference in my
Facebook,
business. It really has. It took me from, from just being in Fort Wayne just to go anywhere out of the country. I run into people from Canada. It's just amazing.
Can we put her website up so we can be able to see how we can be able to communicate with her and her email and all that? Here is her website, women's-network.com. And how about her, email? It's cfriar91@gmail.com. And the number is 260-747-5202.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when you go, that's it, your cell phone?
That is my only phone
That's
that
your
I
only
have.
phone. So when you move there,
It's going to stay the same.
it's going to stay the same.
Yes, it
So
travels
we can-
with me. If I've had that phone for probably
Yes.
20 years.
Good.
Phone number. Yeah.
You had.
Oh, yeah.
Aye. So, got everything packed? Not
no, I have
really.
a lot. I have to get all my eggs in a row. Make sure that
Ducks in a
everything, because what I do when I start another networking group, another area, I mentor and train the other directors to do what I do,
Right,
and then we stay closely connected.
right.
And I visit, throughout the year the different groups and just to visit to meet new people and see how they're doing.
So, actually, you being the founder,
Yes, ma'am.
you're the vine, the main vine, and they're all the branches and you have to
Yeah.
check them up now and then to see if they're still fruitful, you might say.
Well, yeah, something like that. I would just say
I'm
we're
being
all
very-
connected together in unity and as well as sisterhood. I mean, it's amazing. One of the things that I do for people that I can't always buy a product or service from somebody, but what I can do is help market their business,
That's right.
and that makes a lot of difference to somebody. And that's what I can do for anyone. If
Do you charge them? Or
No, not at all.
Free?
Free.
Merciful heavens.
They send me a little message and they'll say, Cheryl, can you promote this event? I need to get it out. Or
Right.
can you help me with this? I'd be more than happy to help because that's what it's all about. It is all about giving and caring. And when you give, it comes back. That's what it's about.
So it's all women. There's no men in this group?
We do have men, men speakers. We have about 2 or 3 men speakers a year at each group. And that's up to the director if she chooses to have a male speaker. We do like our men.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah.
Especially my husband. Anyways, anything you'd like to add to what's up?
Well, the other thing that we've been talking about Florida, we also need to mention the newer groups like the one up in the Chicago area
Okay.
that you're working with, and in the South Bend area. How many groups up there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're working on Chicago right now. We're hoping that we can launch it sometime in February or March.
Oh, yeah.
We also have a group up in Niles, Michigan. Our director there is Mary Beth. We have a group up in the Michiana area, South Bend area,
Right.
and our director there is Mary Jo Smith. And then we also have Auburn and Angola. And Auburn and Angola, they do every other month. Mary Partee is our director there.
A lot of Marys in there.
I know, it's hard to keep it. Trust me, I'll start talking about
Oh,
one of the
my
groups,
goodness.
and I'm like,
Mary
okay,
A,
Mary.
B, C, D.
Okay, we'll get them all right. There is a lot of Marys. Mary.
That's an ARY.
And then we also have our newest group is in Warsaw,
many do
and
you
Dawn
have?
Daniels is with Warsaw, and
Oh.
Warsaw is really picking up. I mean, quick and fast, and we're just so
Dawn, D-A-W-N?
Dawn Daniels, yeah,
Okay. How many do you have altogether then?
9 altogether.
9. So in Florida, you will be working on something else. That'll
I'll
be
start 2 new groups up
2
right
new
away.
groups, yeah. Wow.
right away.
Bang on. Break a leg out, as they
Yeah,
say in
it's all about
business.
support. You know,
Mm.
you're only good as your team. You know, it is all about support. Premier Women's Network is our members, and it is about the support, and it's about the love. It really is.
You know, the really interesting thing about all of this, and it's strategic. Going to Florida is really cool because a lot of people from the Midwest go to Florida in the winter, so you catch them one way,
Snowbirds.
and you catch them the other
That's
way
right. That's right.
the rest of the year. Tell us about the membership situation, because if you join one, what is it that you can do?
Okay. Well, I'll just touch a little bit on and how I. You're right. Right now, the snowbirds, they're taking off. They're going to South.
A lot
they're
of
going
Canadians.
they're going to Florida.
A lot of Canadians.
Yeah, they're going to Florida. So yeah,
I'm
that
from
would
Canada.
be wonderful. You know, as are people here in Indiana, as they go down to South Florida, within 6 months, they'll be able to choose from the East or the West Coast if they want to
That's true.
attend
Oh, you're
a
on both
Premier Women's
sides.
Network. Yeah. But the membership, we have 3 different membership levels that will fit into the way you want to network. We have the virtual, we have the pro, and we have the elite. And once you join these the membership, you'll be able to go to all of the Premier Women's Network.
Is there a fee?
There is a fee.
We can't mention the
Yes,
price,
I know
but you can
that.
go on to her website, premier-womens-network.com, and they can be able to let you know, or they can email you or phone you, Cheryl, if we can put up her phone number and email, so we can be able to know how else to reach her besides the website. So, thank you. Okay, anyways. There you go. Email.
Thank you. Yeah, I prefer that you would directly give me a call. You
Yeah.
can email me too at cfriar91@gmail.com as well. I just love to talk to you on the phone.
Yeah, she is a good talker. I'm sorry, I'm in a nut today, but it's so great because I have wonderful guests and a great co-host and all that. Let's see. What is your besides doing more? How do you say? What do you call? They're not branches. What do you call them again?
Excuse me?
What do they call? Tents? No.
Branches, locations.
Oh, okay. Our locations are Auburn, Angola,
Right.
South Bend,
Right.
Fort Wayne,
Right.
Indianapolis,
Right. Neither.
and South Florida.
Okay.
Did you forget Niles?
Niles, Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
I always forget one.
Oh my
and
goodness.
as I grow, I'm sure I'll forget a few more. But
But you have
that's
to have
why
a
I have
whole
people
list in
like you to
front of
help
you.
me
You have to have a
out.
whole list in front of your girlfriend. You're expanding. But I was going to ask your goals when you do get to Florida and all that. You're going to open up much more around the East Coast. I mean, up and down the.
Yeah, my plan is immediately to start a new group in Melbourne, Florida, and then I'm going to go to the West Coast and go to
West Coast, California?
Yeah, no, the West Coast of Florida,
Oh,
which is Sarasota
on
and
the
St.
other
Pete.
side of Florida.
And a lot of people from Indiana like to visit Sarasota, so check us out at premierwomensnetwork.com
Yeah.
and to come out to the Sarasota location. Within about 6 months, I'll have it going.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, wait a minute. My earring. Anyway, so continue talking, John. I'm kind of stuck here.
I shall. Generally, we've talked about women's networking. Let's talk about a variation of women's networking, or actually a step up, which would be open networking. And that's something that I've involved myself in, and you have too. And there's another kind of networking, which is a closed networking.
Ah, yes. Open and closed.
So, folks, what will happen is if you get involved with networking, you're going to run into both types. And particularly in the Fort Wayne area, there is open networking in distinction to that closed networking. So have you done any closed networking?
How about letting people know what open and closed?
Well, I'm going to have John tell us what closed networking is, because you might be able to explain a little bit better than per business.
Folks, closed networking, yes, closed networking is networking where only one of a business type is allowed in the group, and the group is such that usually you're required to supply 3 leads a meeting. And in addition to that, there are attendance requirements. And any of those things that would happen would break your membership.
So you're open.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Well,
networking
go
is
ahead,
open.
John.
Cheryl's group is open to women.
Yes. I can give you a little bit of, I'll give you a little style on the different networking that we have in the Fort Wayne area. We do have an open networking, which, multiple businesses can come in and share their businesses and products. And the reason why this works so well is everybody, like if you had 2 jewelry sales consultants, each consultant would have something different to offer. And then you have a choice. So it's kind of friendly competition. There's different styles. They have mixers, networking mixers. They might have B&I is a more structured group. They do more structured.
Which is closed.
Which is closed. And then you have chamber events that do events, mixers, and that are a lot of fun. There's just different styles and different ways that you can get to meet different business professionals. And just find your style that you feel more comfortable in, and just meet as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about, connecting. That's what it's all about.
Cheryl has an interesting approach that we've used in the past called speed networking.
Yes.
We've had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, that is a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, getting on towards the end of the show, is there anything special you want to say to the people here in Fort Wayne before you go?
Well, if you'd like to know more about the Premier Women's Network, you can find me at the premier-women's-network.com, or you can call me directly at 260-747-5202. And
That's
happy
great.
networking.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cheryl Friar.
Thank you, and thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, nice to be had.
Thanks.
I'm all right. I'm in a happy mood today. Don't mind me. This is John Dickmeyer. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
John.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on to my show. I'm having a great time here because I'm with my friends, and that's why I feel wonderful. So see you next week, and I hope you have a great one. God bless.
Godspeed, my love.